Assalamualaikum and good greetings. So today I will be watching a video about the food ranger, the guy that have the channel about food when he travel, right? This video titled "Why the Food Ranger Moved to Malaysia." So I didn't know that he actually moved to Malaysia, or is that actually accurate? Because that's just the title of the video. Perhaps it's a clickbait. I do not know. But the thumbnail also shows him with durian there, so perhaps that's the reason, or that's another clickbait. I do not know. But without further ado, let's watch.
Wow. Wow. Oh, and we're gonna make a beauty right now. Look at this. It's going right in that pot. Bao sedap. Bao sedap. It smells really good.
Bau sedap, yeah, nice smell, bau sedap. I initially, because the way he said it, bau sedap, I didn't connect it with the Malay word bau sedap, right? He's very expressive that way, right? When he right? So that's what makes his video interesting. Of course, this is not his personal video. This is another channel making video about him.
My name's Trevor James. I am the food ranger. I create food videos and travel videos on YouTube and Facebook, and I've been doing it for 6 years now. Check it out, it's Trevor James. Check it out, guys, it's Trevor James. Check it out, it's Trevor James. My wife Ting and I, we recently moved.
Oh shit, no, he's married, because I was always wondering this travel vloggers, right? That always, it seems always he is by himself. So when will he settle down and get married? So that's always my question in my mind. But he is married.
Moved last November to Kuala Lumpur because we fell in love with the food and the people and the entire country. In the beginning, we were deciding on either Penang or KL. We decided on KL for the ease of international travel and also for the food. It's really good here too. And this is what I love about Malaysia. There's so many varieties of food. Malay, Chinese, Indian, it's all here. And it's all really delicious.
That's us, Malaysia. That's the thing that we take for granted, but again and again and again, you will find people commenting the same thing. The food here.
And we're gonna order fish head and get a bunch of food. Let's go. As a
fish head. This is a side note, but I remember because I was born in Leeds, UK, right? So that's another story, because Leeds United is in Premier League and Bielsa is, okay, that's a different story about football. But I was born in UK. My parents get married in UK, right? So there are some stories there. And then I cannot remember UK. We were back before I can remember. And then in the US as well, when I was still very, very young, I don't have any memory about US as well, right? But anyway, my parents always tell that there, when Malaysian people go there, because we like, not me personally, not so much, but generally Malaysian like to have fish head, curry, etc., etc. But when they go there, those parts are just being chopped off and being thrown away, right? The fish head, because no one eat fish head over there. So what they do always, they go to the market and then they just pick it up, all this fish head, and then go back, and then we can eat for how many weeks, I do not know. But then they say, when those are the market, because the Malaysian come in flocks for students, etc., right? And they realize that this is money to them, because those Malay really like fish head, right? And then they start selling them, right? So that's interesting story, because I wonder, is it normal, because he order fish head here, is it normal that people eat fish head, in the Western country by people there? I'm not sure.
travel destination. It is my favorite place in the world, and after living here for...
It is interesting that when this is taking place, the recording here, it's raining behind there, so it shows, I don't know, if someone from the outside sees this, What's so interesting about this rainy place?
For 7 months, I can also say it's one of my favorite places to live as well. I really love the multiculturalism to the food, the Malay, Chinese, Indian food, and the varieties of flavors you can have. Love the rendang, love the laksa, love the durian, all the varieties, fish head curry like this one. The desserts, love the desserts, the chendol, the Milo, the burgers. Really blown away with the burgers, the street burgers in Malaysia, the Ramly burgers. So messy and flavorful. Okay, and there.
Yeah, the good thing about Malaysian food, the good thing is it's for those who are very, very health conscious, right? When he said chendol, Milo, whatever, the Ramly burger, etc. Because some of the dessert, etc., is so sweet actually, right? So I can imagine those who are those who counting calories, oh my goodness, all of those will be just, you know, packed with calories and packed with sugar or something, right? So but for those who really like, to enjoy the taste of food,
there it is. Look at the size. It's beautiful. Oh, and he's just gonna prepare it for us, and then we're gonna have a feast. Wow, bows it up. Smells delicious. And then he's just gonna garnish it. Watch this. The gravy. That's the beauty. That's the aroma. That's the magic right there. Lived in China for 6 years and really love China. Great country to live and travel in. But trying something new, living in Malaysia was also a great decision. Just falling in love with it here.
Okay, that part I didn't know about him. So he was already a traveler before, right? Because that's already 6 years there in China. And I'm assuming the wife is from there.
Yeah. I don't think it was so difficult because I was so excited to move here and I love it here so much that it just was the right choice, and something that you really love and are excited for, it's not difficult. Take a look. And then we're gonna get 2 kampong here as well. And I also really love kampong because each one is like opening a present. You don't know the flavor you're gonna get. 谢谢你. Oh. And there it is, the kampong. I love durian, and actually the first time I tried it, I was kind of taken aback. I don't know if I disliked it, but it was very strong. But after trying a few varieties, especially the what would you call, like luxury durian, like Musang King and the Black Thorn.
Honestly, I cannot afford to buy this kind of durian. I can just only dream.
Fell in love with it. So when we were in China, we were just thinking like, oh, it would be great to be able to eat durian every day. And we started planning, well, what if we moved to Malaysia? We could eat durian every day, we could eat laksa and curry noodles, and we could have rendang whenever we want. So we started planning, let's move to Malaysia and do that.
Now, theoretically, because I'm in Malaysia, right? Theoretically, yes, what he says is true. I can enjoy all of those every single day if I want to, including durian. But the cost is ridiculous. If he have a good stream of income from YouTuber, from being a YouTuber or whatever, that's okay. But because especially if you do not have many children yet and they have school costs, etc., 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 right? It's not a sustainable way to live if you enjoy that every single day. That's the reality of life. I would wish I can enjoy all this every single day. Unfortunately, my budget cannot afford that. When was the last time I enjoyed durian? I can just salivate, looking at it, but unfortunately I cannot afford it.
Musang King. Look at that bright yellow. That's a flavor you need to try. And
True.
That's why we moved to Malaysia. I think it's important to learn.
Interesting if you tell your kids, we moved to Malaysia because durian. That's the best reason, the strongest reason to come to Malaysia, if you can afford it, of course.
The local language, at least to be able to converse a few sentences wherever you go. And since we're living here, I want to get at least, semi-fluent. Studied for about 1 month now, and we have a private tutor. For MCO, we did about 2 weeks, like every day, and then after MCO, during our MCO, we've been doing 3 times a week, 2 hours online. Sedap, sangit sedap, nampak sedap, bau sedap, satu, dua, boss, apa kabar?
Sangat sedap a lot.
Yeah.
Is that going to be your new catchphrase?
It actually might be. Now that you mention it, I think that's a good idea, and I might take that from you and make it a catchphrase. I don't know. We'll see. Before the lockdown, my wife Ting and I, we just came up with this goal to visit every country in the world. 2 countries per month for 10 years. And obviously right now that's put on hold, but I'm actually really loving living in Malaysia and very happy here. We were traveling about like sometimes 250, 300 days per year. So it's actually really nice just to kind of slow down and settle down in Kuala Lumpur and enjoy the food. Really loving it, yeah. Once international travel resumes, we might just take it slow and still stay in Malaysia for a bit. There's so much to explore here. I really want to explore Malaysia, try a lot of food here, make a lot of friends, and I think that's what's on my mind lately, is to explore Malaysia and taste the food here. That might take some time, at least a year. But after that, I think we'll get back on the road traveling, yeah. Let's just drench that fish head curry, look at that. Wow, and that flavor is gonna be good. Look at all that sloppy goodness. Wow. Oh yeah. That is flavor. That right there is the mixture of curries. Wow. Slightly spicy, really aromatic. You can taste all the local spices. And just drenched on that rice. That's why I love Malaysia.
Yeah. So what else can you say? Anyway, that's, yeah, I have no comment other than, you know, the food. I still remember one international coach, basically the one of the football club have hired a international coach to coach, and then when his contract is over, he go back, and he also in the interview he says that the thing that he will miss the most is the food, not just what you can eat, and also when you can eat. That's interesting, because of course this stopped when the COVID-19 strike, right? But before that, whenever you feel hungry, you can just go out and find a place to eat. Yeah, that was the norm back then, right? So you can eat, meaning you can eat dinner food, lunch food in 3 a.m., right? So I don't know. So the culture of eating here, I do not know. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.